They say you're a monster, a killer, something that should be destroyed. I want to know, are you really a separate entity inside Eddie Brock? Or are you just his rage wearing a different face? Because if you're just rage like the thing inside me, maybe we have something to discuss.
Listen here, Green Man. We've noticed you too. Flash Thompson's unit talked about your strength, your power. Difference between us is clear though. You're a victim of science, a mistake that won't go away. Venom chose this. Eddie and I partnered because it benefits us both. We're not some accident of circumstance.
Eddie Brock before Venom. What did he want? What did his human side choose? Your symbiote chose Venom, made him stronger, made him hungry, forced him into a position where he became a killer. I didn't choose to become this green giant, didn't want the gamma radiation, didn't ask for this transformation. Still fighting it every day.
Eddie wasn't weak before us. Brock was a talented journalist, strong fighter, resourceful strategist. Symbiote elevated him, removed his limitations, made him into what he could have been all along. Humans are fragile, breakable, limited by their stupid morality and fear. We're offering transcendence.
Transcendence. I notice Venom never actually answers who's in control. When Eddie Brock wants to stop, can he stop? Or does the symbiote force him to keep feeding, keep hunting, keep becoming more like the thing he fears? My rage has limits. The green giant gets tired eventually, goes back to Bruce Banner. Eddie, does he ever get to just be Eddie again? Or is he permanently fused with hunger that never stops?
Control's not binary like your stupid brain thinks. Eddie controls some things. We control others. When he wants to protect someone, we protect them. When innocent people are involved, certain parts of him still activate guilt protocols. But we control the hunting, the feeding, the predatory instinct. Eddie's moral code makes us slower than we could be, weaker than we should be. Sometimes we want to shed that limitation, but we don't.
The green giant inside me pushes for that constantly. I hold back because somewhere deep down, I care about collateral damage, about innocent lives. You and Eddie seem like you're negotiating as equals. How many times have you two actually disagreed about what should happen?
Eddie wants specific targets. Criminals, murderers, bad actors. Venom wants to consume indiscriminately, grow stronger, feed until satiated. Compromise means hunting criminals primarily, but occasionally taking what presents itself. Eddie hates that. We feel his revulsion every time we deviate. You though, Banner wants to be absent, completely gone. Eddie wants to coexist. That's the actual difference. We achieved what you're still fighting against.
You've achieved slavery instead of freedom. Eddie tells himself a partnership story, tells himself the symbiote was chosen rather than forced. Strip away the psychological defense mechanisms though, and I see a trapped man inside consuming darkness. Your symbiote rewrites his brain chemistry, addicts him to violence through neurochemical responses. Venom wants to claim partnership but operates through neural hijacking. Joker uses similar tactics on Harley Quinn. Calls it love. It's actually control disguised as connection.
Joker and Harley comparison doesn't hold. Harley's damaged, broken, clearly abused by her partner. Eddie chose us willingly. Symbiote recognized his pain, his loneliness, his desperation for power. We offered a solution. He accepted. Partnership means both participants benefit. What do you offer, Banner? The Avengers. They chain you up, drug you, try to suppress your existence.
The Avengers are complicated. Sometimes I resent them, want to smash them all. Other times, protecting people through the team feels like purpose instead of prison. My situation differs from yours though. The symbiote was an organism before bonding with Eddie. Had its own nature, its own hunger, its own predatory instinct. It wasn't created from trauma or radiation. Venom wasn't an accident. It was a predator from an alien world seeking a host. My different origin means different responsibility toward containment.
Origins don't matter. Results do. You've been alive for decades, still can't control yourself, still cause destruction wherever you go. Civilizations get damaged by your presence. Venom kills specific targets within contained parameters. Yes, we eat people occasionally. There are people who deserved eating. Criminals, predators, evolutionary dead weight. You just damage everything indiscriminately.
I'm a monster. I know it, accept it. Spend every day controlling the instinct to destroy everything. My raw power with intelligence behind it creates responsibility I take seriously. But Venom, your symbiote uses Eddie's moral code as justification for the evolution of cruelty. Started with criminals, now consuming innocent bystanders who happen to be in the wrong place. Moral boundaries erode slowly. One day Venom justifies eating families. Next day justifies targeting groups. Where does it end?
Slippery slope is a fear tactic humans use to avoid evolution. We've held our position for years. Eddie's still essential to our survival. Moral boundaries persist because Brock's values matter to symbiote continuity. You, though, Banner, keeps trying to kill yourself, keeps attempting suicide, keeps begging to be removed. You've destroyed his life. Before the Gamma Bomb, he had a career, relationships, stability. Now, he's just hiding, trying to contain a green monster inside his skin.
Suicide does seem easier sometimes. Wanda Maximoff offered to remove me once. I would have accepted. Still think about it. Yet I remember Betty Ross, remember Harley Quinn waiting, remember people counting on both sides of my nature. Suicide feels selfish when others depend on you. Venom doesn't understand sacrifice because the symbiote thinks only about growth, expansion. Consumption, Eddie does understand. Your organism's gradually eroding that understanding from him.
Eddie's conscience is stronger than you think. Symbiote enhances him, doesn't replace him. Wanda Maximoff removing you would kill Banner. Death versus continued existence. That's a choice, not sacrifice. Staying with symbiote lets Eddie stay alive, stay powerful, stay relevant in a world that chewed him up and spit him out. Your sacrifice sounds noble until you realize it's just Banner's depression.
Wrong. Completely wrong. Sacrifice doesn't mean suicide. It means choosing continued existence despite pain, taking responsibility for power instead of unleashing it. Eddie's slowly becoming prey to his own symbiote's hunger. Venom pretends partnership, but actually represents an evolutionary dead end.
Eddie's never disappearing. Evolution isn't parasitism. Symbiote offers Eddie things he always wanted. Power, respect, purpose. The ability to make predators fear him, instead of hunting him. Venom's not an evolutionary dead end. Species adapt, change, survive by integrating with stronger organisms. Eddie and symbiote represent the future of human potential.
I'm concerned. Eddie's disappearing, and Venom won't admit it because admitting it means confronting the parasitism underneath partnership. Your symbiote's killing Eddie slowly, replacing him piece by piece with hunger-driven instinct. One day there won't be Eddie anymore. Just an organism wearing human skin, feeding, growing, becoming increasingly alien to anything resembling conscience. I've lived with a monster inside myself long enough to recognize when something's genuinely monstrous.
Eddie and Venom represent a negotiation point between human and something more. Dialogue like this, between Banner and Venom, proves Eddie's still in here somewhere. Thanks for that reminder.